We locked in.
We locked in. Shout it out, man. What's going on, Mikey?
We in the building, bro. Another good night. You know what I'm saying? Another sexual night, bro. We here. You heard?
Right, man. We definitely up in the building. You already know.
Well, we locked in, man. Um, some more great content for y'all. You know, we always working, making sure everything is good. You know, making sure y'all get the right information. Um, and that's what this thing is about. You heard?
Listen, if y'all just pulling up, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, please, man. Please hit that like button, man. Should be no reason why you pulling up and that you haven't hit that like button. The views should definitely be going up right now. The likes should be going up. Come on, we got some quality information for you brothers and sisters out there tonight. We got a lot of stuff we need to talk about, man. That's right, man. A lot.
Let's get it.
Hit that like button on your way in. Hit that like button on your way in. Please hit that like button, man. Please, man. We got a lot of content coming through tonight, man. A lot.
Thanks, B-Lo.
Yo, good looking, B-Lo, man. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate the love. Yo, Jeffro 210, man, 210. Y'all already know what it is, man. Listen, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, please, man. There should be no reason why y'all coming up in here and you're not hitting that like button, man.
Straight up.
Straight like that, man. We got something to talk to y'all about, man. Something really important. We want to cover a few bases, just get an opportunity to clear the airwaves. But more importantly, man, just set the tone in terms of establishing, what's real and what's not. We always speak about, real right, real wrong. We speak about, what's healthy, what's unhealthy, what's authentic, what's not authentic, what's credible, what's not credible. So we've been having these conversations, man, for quite some time, and leading up to this point, we just kind of want to just, set the record straight, man. This is very important because this has a lot to do with us about, as a people overall, the culture, how we're easily influenced, how we easily influence others, how we're easily manipulated, how vulnerable we can be. It's just a lot with this process here, man. We just want to make sure everybody is tapped in. Listen, hit the like button on your way in, y'all. Please, man. Please. Where we at with that right there, Mikey? How we looking on them likes, man?
Yeah, we looking all right. Let's see them lights go up. Let's get in here. Share this video. Share this video. Arc G, we see you, bro. Thank you. We appreciate y'all.
Man. We definitely appreciate that.
Yo, Wallow, man, stop it, man. Yo, this kid, you got Wallow in the chat. He's still holding a grudge from '98. You see him? Rudy, no salute. Come on, man. You want to fade? I was just in Brooklyn, man. You should have popped out. We could have faded right there at the video shoot. I was in East New York. We was just over there, right. Let them know, Moshe. We was just in Brooklyn.
Right. Come on, man.
You don't want that action with me, bro. We was on Rikers Island. You know what time it was. You ain't want that. You ain't want that type of. Come on, bro. Stop it. Leave the past in the past. That was 1998, bro. Yeah, I love you too, bro. Listen, and you got to remember, I threw fire on 12 for you, bro. Even after all we went through, I got busy for you, bro. Like, come on, stop it, bro. Tell the truth. You know that when they violated you, when they came in your cell and beat you up and threw your pictures all in the mud, bro. I got busy for you, bro. Keep it real. Amin was there. Mel Cross was in the house with us. Come on, man. You know that's facts, you heard? They threw your mom's pictures in that water that they sprayed yourself after you made that fire. Come on, I went out for you, bro. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Even though we went through what we went through, stop it, bro. I still went for you. You know what I'm saying? Stop it, Wallow. You know that, bro. That was nothing personal between us, bro. Stop it. But yeah, bro, let's get to the matter at hand. Moshe on some big me, little you stuff now. Let's get this thing together.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Guys, you want to start? You can start, Mo.
Yeah, let me set it off, man. But I see where we at right now, man. We only got 22 likes right now. What's going on with that? Is my eyes deceiving me? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all can do better than that. Let's stop playing games, man.
Hit the like button on the way in. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. Show us some love.
That's right, man. Get them likes up, man. Come on, we come up in here for a reason. Y'all want to hear something some quality content. It's 9 o'clock at night, man. There should be no reason why we pulling up here and we not getting some quality, some genuine information, man, that could be of benefit. Man, I always like to use that term, something that could be of benefit for you. When you come to We Locked In, you want to leave here knowing that you learned something.
Facts.
All right, that's the ultimate objective. That you left here, you learned something, and it was real. It was real, but you learned something that you could use on your own journey. That's right, man. Put them likes up, man. Twin NYC, man. Salute, man.
But the question at hand is that, you know, when I was in prison and I was on that time, you know, big homie and in a gang situation, all that, we used to be, y'all had us doing work that we don't really want to do, but we have to do it. We're going to talk about stuff. Bullets Gotti brought up some information pertaining to Corey King, and he's posting it on his page. You know, he's welcome to pull up and refute whatever we say, but we're going to show you why the stuff that he posted on his page is not, it's not fake paperwork, but there are multiple people in the federal pen named Corey King, and that case that he got posted up there is not the Corey King that we know. So let's get straight into that.
Yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about is credibility. And we spoke about being credible messengers in our communities, man. It's very important. We spoke yesterday about on part 1 of our show about being credible. What does that mean? Like, everybody has their own definitions of what being credible is, right? It's very important that we clear the air, because anybody can come in here, and this is what YouTube has done. This is what the channel has pretty much done. Individuals pop up on here and they can just basically say anything. And like I told you guys yesterday, anybody can come up here and do whatever it is that they want. Mikey B, KK, and I, quite frankly, we could care less about what an individual says. But when our name is thrown in the mix, is when now, you know, we have to come out and we have to clear the air. No disrespect to anybody in particular, but we could care less about what's going on in individuals' past and things like that. That's their own business for them to attend to. However, it is our responsibility to clear up the airways so that individuals are not misled, so that people don't come up on these channels and, you know, they get misled by individuals. All right. So as Mikey stated, the brother Bullets Gotti came up and he said that he has some information on Corey King. So we spoke to him yesterday on our channel, and we was like, listen, you know, we didn't have a problem with the fact that, you know, you want to make your claim that this is what it is or whatever the case may be like that. That's your own business. It's none of our business. But if this is something that you're doing, make sure that you follow a methodology, though, so that, you know, you can leave no stone unturned, and any information that you gain from that, you know, you've gathered some accurate information. Now, according to what Bullets Gotti is saying, he was like, yo, look, I got this information from a female whose husband or whose significant other is incarcerated. He's locked up in the feds or whatever the case may be like that. And for whatever case may be, this individual was saying that such and such Corey King is no good. So, you know, we obviously have to do our due diligence. We know what needs to be done in terms of conducting investigations and things like that, because this is something that we had to do for a significant amount of time. So, you know, we know how to begin that process of investigation. So what we've done is we began to, at the very least, start at the foundation, and that foundation simply rests on finding out whether or not this individual even exists within the system. So what we came to the conclusion of is that this is the case. So I'll pass that on to Mikey, so, you know, he'll be able to provide a little bit more clarity regarding certain stuff.
Right now I'm going to share one of my windows with you. Can y'all see that? Can everybody see that? You can see that, Mo?
Yeah, I can see it. It's a little.
All right. This is the case that Bullets Gotti you in Mo? You in Mo?
Yeah, I'm in there. Pardon me, bro.
All right. So this is the case that I didn't tap you out, did I?
Nah, that was me. I inadvertently pushed the button. Pardon me.
This is the case of a person named you can see at the top of this, Corey L. King. the petitioner in this case, this petitioner actually told on somebody. So this is a real case in America. This is a real person in federal lockup, right? I'm gonna share my screen again. Hold on.
And just for the record, let me just state certain things. This document right here, the blue lettering at the top indicates that this is how we get documents from the courts. When the courts basically approve them, it's either going to be in green or red or blue or what have you. And this indicates that they're stamping the document as it being an accurate document. Now, the name Corey King, in this case, he's the petitioner. So he's petitioning, and those who are the respondents or the defendants is the United States government. So the petition itself is a petition under 28 Title USC, which stands for the United States Codes, Section 2255. 2255 is the code or the section under writ of habeas corpus. 2241 to 2255 governs the habeas corpus Title 28 of United States Code, which governs habeas corpus. Habeas corpus just means, in a legal term, to produce the body. So when a state or federal prisoner is stating that their rights are being violated in this, if they're in the feds, they would use a Title 28 USC 2255 petition. So this individual, whoever this individual is, Corey King, is using a 2255 petition under habeas corpus, requesting that the federal court, in this case, produce his body so that he can go back in front of the court and he can argue that he's being held unconstitutionally against his rights, and that he has a right, based on whatever his issues are, to be released. All right. So I just wanted to kind of provide some clarity from a legal standpoint so that individuals understand exactly what terms are being used when they see these terminologies, and that nobody is pretty much misled regarding that.
All right. Hold on. You hear me, Mo?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on. Let me remove you on one of these right here.
Hold on, I'm in this thing.
You gotta remove yourself from there, Mike, because it's only allowing you to.
You can hear me?
Yeah, but you did. Let me go out. There you go, Mikey. Come back in. Now we just had to remove that. If you bring that, you could bring the document back up now. Once you're able to share the screen, just go down and basically share the screen and bring the document back up.
All right, I got it.
All right.
Here we go. Wow, I think I lost the tab. Hold on.
So as I was saying, so just so everybody it understands exactly what's going on. So that document in particular is a document which specifically is requesting that this individual, whoever that named individual is requesting, as a petitioner, he's requesting to the judge that he be released. All right. All right. Are you there? Are you there, Mikey?
Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see that? All right.
Yeah,
so we all see here that Corey King, bear with us, y'all. Bear with us. We kind of we invest to this technology, but we got it. As you can see, this is Corey King. This is the one that was that we know as CK. you know, the one that was upstate with us. This is him. He's 52 years old. Right? Everybody sees that, right?
Now, what are you looking at? Because that looks like New York State lockup. That doesn't look like
So we're just showing that this is the real Corey King that we're talking about.
Okay.
This is his age. His age is he's 52, 1970. This is the Corey King that we all know.
Okay. Now, how do we know? How do we know that that's the real Corey King?
This is his numbers. I mean, we can show that against him, and you know, you could take that against his IG. We can go to his IG and look his name up, or you know, see his date of birth or when he celebrates his birthdays or anything like that. But this is the Corey King.
Now, for the record, we don't see any L in the middle of that. There's no. There's already that this individual right that we're looking at right now. He's 52 years old, and there's no L in the middle of his name, correct? Because on that other document that you pulled up, the petition that had a letter L in the middle. It said Corey L. King.
Exactly. Now,
right.
Let me go back to this. Let me show you this. Hold on. Yo, go ahead. Just talk to him, Mo. Let me find it. Let me put this tab back up. Let me add this tab in.
Nah, don't worry about it, my brother. So you have to, nah, don't worry about it. You have to forgive us as well. We're not as savvy with the technology, so we're trying to get better acquainted with it as well. So please forgive us out there. So the first document that Mikey pulled up, just so you know, he pulled up the petition for writ of habeas corpus pursuant to Title 28 USC Section 2255. And in that petition, it was Corey L. King. All right. Now, Corey L. King versus the United States of America. All right. In the second document that he pulled up, this document was the New York State docs system, in which it stated Corey King. Now, the reason why both are important is because I'm waiting for Mikey to pull up the other information up there so we can then start the process of looking up both Corey Kings who were allegedly in the feds. Now, remember, this is, shout out GMAC 914. Now, this is what Bullets Gotti is saying. That one, he got information from somebody, a female whose husband is in the feds or significant other is in the feds, and that this individual told him about Corey. Now, he said he didn't know anything about the feds or anything like that, right? So this is important because he didn't know anything about that. He still doesn't know. But what he used to slander Corey was this information about Corey L. King. All right. So he didn't use anything on Corey King. He used it on the name Corey L. King. So what Mikey and I did was we went to where Mikey's at right now. And Mikey's about to pull up some information on BOP. This is the Bureau of Prisons, which governs the feds, if anybody's familiar with that. And from there, Mikey, I'm assuming you're going to explain this process right now.
Now, you can easily see I put Corey King in. I put Corey King's name in, and all these different Corey. Oh, yeah, what up, bro?
K, mute yourself, KK.
All these different Corey Kings have popped up. Here is Corey Lamont King right here. As you can see, Corey Lamont King is 45. Corey King is 52. This is the numbers. Bullets Gotti also posted a person's name, Corey King, with the numbers 447. If you look at Bullets Gotti page, this is what he has posted: 4407-0540.
Yes.
Corey Lamont King, the third one from the top, is 45, and his numbers are 1343-6-014. So he had the right name, good try, but wrong person.
Yeah, and another thing that he had mentioned regarding that. So I just need to clarify that for everybody that's listening. So again, when you plug in the name Corey King, are we saying that when you plug in the name Corey King in the feds, Mikey, that name doesn't exist?
What?
Are you
Say that
saying
again?
when you just plug in the name Corey King without the L, that name doesn't exist
It
in the
does
Fed?
exist.
It
I'll
does
show you right
exist.
now.
It does exist, right?
Oh, let me just look at that. Let me just look at that real quick. Let me just do it. I'll here.
So it does exist, right?
I'm gonna show you it now. I'll show it to you right now.
Yeah, now I know the answer to that. I'm just kind of like more asking the question so that there's more clarity regarding this, so that everybody understands the importance of doing basic fundamental investigation so that you can, at the beginning, if you're writing this stuff down, you can write down the discrepancies that exist. So once
There
you know,
is there is Corey Lamont King. That's
yes,
a different name than the one that Bullis Gotti has posted on his page.
yes.
That is not the same thing. I can show y'all what Bullis Gotti has posted on his page, and that those numbers are the other numbers of the 52-year-old Corey King.
All right, so what we see, the discrepancies, we see two discrepancies. The first one is that there are two different Corey Kings. One is that one has the letter L in his name, and the other one does not have the letter L in his name. That's one discrepancy. Another discrepancy is that one is 52 years old and another one is 48 years old. So now, does
45.
that,
This was
I mean,
48,
I apologize, 45 years old. So what does that mean? Not much,
and they
right?
both have different numbers.
But does it mean it? And the third thing is that they both have different numbers. So what does that mean? Not really much, right? But it means a lot, because it means that these are potentially, it's either, we have to look at all theories. Let's just look at all theories. One is it's either two different people, it's either the same person, right? And somehow the Bureau of Prisons got it wrong, where they either added another initial or they didn't, they didn't put the initial, or it adds more, it asks more questions than anything. But what we do know is that there are discrepancies. Do we know, Mikey B, IKK, any of us, based on this, definitively, unequivocally, that these individuals are who is the Corey King who Bullet Gotti is making reference to? We can't say definitively that that's the case. We can't say that. So with that being the case, it's very important for us now that's listening, that whenever something of this magnitude is done, wouldn't you think that it's important that if you want to put a tag of that magnitude on somebody, remember, he's saying that this individual is a rat. In our culture, when individuals are tagged like that, that's probably the worst thing you can call somebody, especially if individuals have lived the street life, they claim to be about that smoke, etc. That's the worst thing you can do. So wouldn't you think that you want to have nothing that would be unequivocal? You want your facts to be super, super tight, so that when we all conduct our investigation, there will be no doubt that the information you have provided us with is 100% accurate. And in this case, that's not the case.
But
So this
the
goes back
paperwork,
to,
just to give them the paperwork that he has on his channel is actually real document.
so we need to say that is that
It is a real document. So he didn't make up fake paperwork. But Corey Lamont King is the one that told in Bridgeport, Connecticut. That's not regular Corey King that's 52 years old that we know. CK.
So Roski is saying we look at the paperwork on Gotti page again.
I looked at it. We got it. We got the paperwork off Gotti page. We
That's
looked
the
it
same.
up.
That's the same information on Roski. It's the same information.
Same information, Roski.
Now maybe you have something different. It's the same information.
That's one thing when people invest so much of themselves in something.
And this is what we wanted to focus on. So I didn't want the bigger picture to basically. I didn't want the bigger picture to kind of get lost on us here, because the issue that we spoke about in part one of this, KK and Mikey, was credibility. And the question has been asked, that we asked, which of these YouTubers are the most credible, are credible in this regard, right? So we have to be very, very careful. Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Listen. This is what Roski is saying.
We looked the paperwork up. We looked up the paperwork ourselves. We're not going to take his paperwork and use it. We're going to take the numbers. We took the numbers and looked it up ourselves, and we got the actual document.
That Roski, what you're saying is, and we understand that. But what we're saying is that the numbers and everything that was provided to us by Bullets Gotti, we did our own research and looked that up, and it's not coming up. It's not adding up, is what we're saying. There's age discrepancies and things of that nature. So what we're saying is that because of that, we have to be very, very careful in terms of labeling individuals something, because if there should be no discrepancies in this. We should not be having this conversation.
That's true.
So the discrepancy, should not be. No, but that's great. That's a great point. Now we might not agree with that. It doesn't make Corey credible neither. No, we're not. Listen, we're not up here, and I want you to, for anybody out there. But what we're talking about is credibility, and whether or not when someone makes allegations and claims, have they done their due diligence? Have they done all of their necessary research to ensure that what it is that they're saying is accurate? And we was able to prove yesterday, based on what Bullets Gotti stated, that he didn't do anything himself. Now, Mike, you wanted to say something? Can't hear you.
I'm looking over there right now. I'm looking it up right now. Just go ahead. Keep talking. You good?
Nah, go ahead, Kay. I know you want to say something, Kay. Pardon me.
All right, it was just a matter of just how deep things are going. Sometimes the ulterior motives and intentions of an individual, like why are you actually going so hard if you are wrong about something? You know what I'm saying? Going so hard to try to fight against the actual evidence in and of itself. And then on top of one of the people said in the chat, which is correct, it's like, all right, these are not news reporters. You know what I'm saying? It was not news reporters. It was just, you on here, you either entertaining or you giving up information. So if you're not entertaining in a certain way and you call yourself giving up information, make sure the information that you give up is right.
Yeah, but sure. how is this entertainment? Please,
not this right here. What are you talking about?
No, I know. I'm just saying, how is what any of these individuals are doing on these platforms?
Yeah, that's not entertainment.
How are we entertaining it when this is not? No, entertainment is, the Furious 7, Furious 5. I want to be entertained. That's entertainment. Entertainment is Monday Night Football. That's entertainment.
Or a little comedy skit you see on YouTube, certain channels.
Yeah, that's entertainment. But entertainment is not saying someone is no good without having definitive proof or unequivocal proof to establish that. So that's what I'm saying in terms of that. We have to be very mindful of that. But and on a much larger scale, this is the culture of YouTube, of what our people have become accustomed to.
Yeah.
And is this where we're at as a people, where we can come on these platforms and pretty much say anything about each other for the sole purpose of bringing our people down? Now, I'm not defending anybody in this case. That's not my case to defend anybody. I'm not a lawyer. All right. I'm just simply stating that we're here on YouTube, a platform where we should be utilizing it as a tool to empower ourselves. We're doing the exact opposite. Like the sister J. Renee, who I recommend everybody that's listening, man, please subscribe to her channel. She has a YouTube channel called Prison Riot Radio. And if you look at her subscribers, not many people have subscribed. You know why? Because individuals are not even focused on the stuff that she's talking about on there. And the stuff that she's talking about is about individuals who are being indiscriminately and unjustifiably beaten down, killed with impunity behind the prison walls. She's the voice of the voiceless. But we're more concerned with bringing each other down as opposed to uniting and showing support of our people who really, really, really need the support because they're under attack behind the prison walls, or even on a different level. Why is we focusing on this senselessness for? Why?
Let me just another document that he had on his page is this. This document, it says nothing about. This is a document from Bullis Gotti's page. This document, I don't see anything in here about. I read the document. There's nothing in there about telling. I can see you just grabbing paperwork and just saying somebody's a rat and throwing it up there. See, what's nasty and bad about this is that, guys coming up here getting YouTube beef, and they beefing on YouTube on the internet, and then they slandering each other with stuff that's not even real right. This stuff is not even official. What is this document? It's not even a document. This is another document from Gotti's page. We look up the numbers ourselves. We take the numbers and we look it up ourselves. We're not going to take your document or whatever you have, because if it's a real document, then we are able to look it up too. And that's what I did. I went and looked this document up myself. I got it. This is the document that you see on your screen from Bullis Gotti's page. So we're not trying to pick a side in a beef, but when you tagging us in something and you saying something, then you better be right, because we're gonna expose that it's fake. Not saying that it's fake information, it's real information on the wrong people. This is not even a document of somebody. This document doesn't say anything about telling it at all.
And the document itself doesn't even say anything about any statements or anything of that nature. It says nothing of the sorts.
I don't even know.
It says nothing of the sorts. It's just simply a baseless legal document, which simply is the process in which a prisoner could initiate a proceeding with the assistance of his attorney or without the assistance of his attorney. But it has nothing in there about what the outcome of that process was. It has nothing against any arresting officers. It has nothing against anything.
I mean, these brothers can refute that. They can pull up and refute it. They can come up here and talk about it if they want. They can refute it if they want. And tell us and show us where it's at, and let us look it up right now, and we can pull the documents right now.
Yeah, we invite anybody who
Bullis Gotti,
if you're out there listening,
anybody that want to come up here. See, this is the whole thing about credibility. Your credibility gets ruined when you start lying. You have no credibility with the people. Even if you were in the streets, even if you did time, even if you were in a gang, whatever, even if you were a congressman or a senator, once you start lying and we start pulling up the documents and showing that you're a liar, then you have no credibility. This is what kills your credibility. And we know how to research, because this is all we was doing for years to get out of prison. We had to know these documents. In prison, in the law books, these documents have keys on them. Let them know about the keys, y'all. They got keys. That's the keys to your freedom. They got keys on them. And we knew that was the keys to our freedom. So we studied the law. We know about the law.
And so Young News brings up a valid point. So, it wasn't about that. It was about CK saying he'd never been in the Fed. So Gotti thought that was him in the Fed. So this is the thing. So, and I need to state this clear, right? So, I don't have knowledge of every event, and neither does Mikey nor KK, every event that took place in anyone's life. Young News, your life, my life, right? We don't have knowledge of these things. So whatever happened, whatever was said about CK in the past about someone asking him if he was in the Feds and he's saying he wasn't, we don't know. We don't have knowledge about that. We're not investigating that. That's
we're not investigators. We're not rat hunters.
That's none of our business. What is our business is when our name is placed in the middle of this nonsense, and it gives the impression somehow that we're taking a side on left or right, and we're not doing that. But what we will do, however, if information is put out there and then we're tagged on it, it's our responsibility to then investigate the veracity or the truthfulness of that to ensure, what's going on in this matter. And what we've determined thus far, it just doesn't add up to us. Now, maybe somebody else might get it and they might have a different story, but we wanted to present this to everybody out there and then give you guys the opportunity to be able to do your own independent research. Because everybody out there, we don't have to be the ones doing this. You guys can do your own independent research. It doesn't really concern me one way or another.
Hey, yo, Smitty Brim, I don't know why his name is everywhere. That's something that, a question you would have to discuss with him. He's not here. We just talking about credibility now and us being bloggers, YouTubers, journalists, or whatever. I heard somebody say that the news is not on YouTube. Are y'all serious? The news is all over YouTube. All the news is on YouTube. What you mean? You can get all kind of news on YouTube, bro. The news is here as well. See, what y'all try to do, though, is with people from urban and neighborhoods, y'all try to hold everybody to different standards that y'all hold regular news people to and people that's giving y'all information. Y'all trying to hold them to a street standard because they look like you. And that's no good, bro. That's really not good, bro.
Yeah, and I'm let me say something, Mr. Executioner. And you say, you're dealing with some extra dumb trolls that have no identity. So don't let them build their identity off of real rights. Now, it's not the case. So, we spoke about the counterintelligence program years ago, and one thing that they utilized within our communities themselves were agent provocateurs. Now, I'm not coming up here to say who exactly is an agent provocateur. I'm not using these claims. So, but what I'm simply saying is that agent provocateurs were designed strategically, specifically to stir up strife amongst us in our community.
And that's what we're not trying to do.
Once all of this nonsense took place, the confusion, the chaos, and we was tearing each other down, these individuals later on, dispersed and they would know where to be found. I'm not claiming that anyone's an agent provocateur that I have knowledge of. What I'm simply saying is for everybody out there, we've read the books. We fell victim to much of this nonsense in the gang subculture. So what we're simply saying to you guys is that you guys need to also be aware that, and I'm not putting this out there so that we are divided as a people, but we must understand that if we're talking about unity, please be mindful that there will always be people behind the scenes talking about disunity. Just let you guys know, there will always be people out there talking about disunity. When black people get together and we start talking about coming together and doing something for a righteous cause, there's going to be some people who right behind you talking about let's do something for an unrighteous cause. So I just want to push back on that, Mr. Executioner. So it's not that we paying attention to a bunch of trolls. Nah, we could care less about that. We just have to be very mindful so that information that is put out into the ether is properly investigated. So again, the information is there for you guys. But if you guys want to do your own independent research, then do your own independent research. That's on you. All right. We just have to be the ones to kind of be the filter to kind of clean up the information so that it's filtered to you guys a correct way and that you guys are getting it the correct way. You could be like, you know what? We listened to Moshe, Mikey, and KK on We Locked In. Now I got what I need. Now I'm going to do my own independent research. I'm not going to let nobody manipulate me. I'm going to go into this objectively with a clear mind. I don't care if such and such is my man. I don't care if such and such used to be my homie. I'm going to look at this thing objectively, meaning I'm going to take my emotions out of the equation and I'm going to investigate this matter with a clear head so I can think clearly. And then when you do that, you're able to see things for what they are as opposed to what they appear to be. And that's how you conduct independent research. That's how you come at any given situation without bringing your own emotions, your preconceived notions, your biases, and anything else into the equation. We have to be very mindful of that. Listen, if you just pulled up or you've been here, please, man, hit the like and subscribe button. Share this with a loved one because I'm sure that there's people out there who can gain some benefit from this. But go ahead, KK, palm me, bro.
No, I was just looking in the chat. Somebody said to the panel, doesn't bad behavior deserve some type of punishment within the community? I think so.
I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying?
But it depends on what type of punishment it is, and not only that.
I wouldn't even go off topic for that.
If not at all. You know what I'm saying? If it's really a community,
try to get
we
you
don't even
off
have
topic.
communities anymore like that. So.
Yeah, let's stay on topic, bro.
Yeah, no, I just think it's a matter of credibility because when we have we have people who are listening, our youth, primarily our youth, are getting sucked into this. Like I got a 17-year-old daughter. All she does all day is play with this phone, bro.
Yeah.
All day, every day, my daughter's on this phone, so she's being influenced by the information that's coming across these airwaves. and I have to have conversations with her about what she's watching, what she's listening to, what she heard, what she overheard about this, and what she overheard about that. And that's the much larger issue, that if we know that these devices are being used as tools that can manipulate and destroy our community, how are we fighting back against the powers that be, so that we have a better understanding that our people themselves are not being so influenced and manipulated by this that it destroys us and it tears our community apart.
It's crazy because the regular news,
but you know what, though?
is already doing that.
You know what, though?
Now it's even worse now with social media.
With this credibility with social media, I'm gonna tell y'all something that somebody, a big personality on the internet, in social media, has said, and it holds true. Charlemagne the God, he always saying a lie is better than the truth, sound better than the truth. So these people are for entertainment, they coming up here lying, and people just running with it. They don't even care if it's true or not. They're not checking for proof or facts or fact checking anything. Like, because I see a lot of fact checking going on, especially doing political stuff. I always watch the political stuff on CNN. They got fact checkers for the stuff that people are saying, you know? And nobody cares about the facts. As long as the lie sounds good, they're going to just jack it and run with it. It look good. Oh, he got the paperwork up there. It's on. He's a rat. We got him. Nobody looks at it. Nobody.
Is Mikey went out briefly.
He just got abducted.
All right. He said Gotti pulling up now. That's good. Thank you, Roski. We welcome. He said Roski said that Gotti is pulling up now. Thank you, Roski, man. We appreciate your help.
Pull up.
And we look forward to having the brother up here so that he can defend these documents that he put up on his page to provide some clarity to everybody out there. So yeah, we want to hear. We want to hear what the brother has to say.
And somebody tell Corey King to pull up.
Yeah, I would love for Corey to pull up, man. I don't have his number. I haven't spoken to Corey in a very long time, but
let me tell y'all something.
I would love for that right there.
We locked in. We all, we find the freedom, and we into that. We're not rat hunters. We're not up here to expose people to destroy our community or to start strife on the internet and get dudes arguing. We're gonna stop arguments if we can, and we're gonna clean stuff up if we can, as much as possible. But we're not here to defend everybody. These dudes gotta defend themselves. They gotta show how they credible. They gotta show how they not whatever they saying they is. That's on them. That's not on us. We ain't nobody's protectors. Most of these dudes I do not know at all from nowhere. I might have heard about some dudes, but we don't know each other. We never been in no rooms together. We ain't been nowhere together. So we locked in. This is our standpoint. That's our position. We're not here. We're not rat hunters. We're not here to expose nobody. We're here to help the community. And we can clear something up like we did with this Corey King situation, then we'll clear it up. Other than that, these guys got to defend themselves. If you got questions, you got to ask these questions for them because we don't know their cases. We don't know who told. We don't know none of that. So get them dudes in a room, study their paperwork, do your due diligence. And from there, we'll, everything will be good. But we're not rat hunters. We're not here for them reasons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you want to say something, Kay?
About that?
No, I had lost my train of thought just now. I was looking at comments. I was about to say something.
And now we not and so everybody knows we're not. All right. Thank you, Roski. We're not also into bashing individuals neither.
We're not doing none of that.
So we're not doing that, but also we're gonna provide opportunities. We're gonna provide opportunities for individuals to defend themselves. Like, so for instance, we're not saying simply that Bullets Gotti's a bad dude. Well, first of all, we don't know the brother, but information was put out there, and because this information was put out there, we welcome him so that he can come.
But our name tagged on it.
Yes, with our name tagged on it. That's very important. So our name was tagged on that, and that's very important.
So if you don't want us to expose stuff and do certain stuff, then don't put our name on it. Then you ain't got to worry about us.
Yeah. Nari, thank you, sister. Yeah. So the thing about doing positive work is that we have to remain focused on that. And I don't want you to think, sister, by any means that this is not positive, because it is, because the much greater harm is that our youth are tapping into these. Most of the individuals that I'm noticing that are tapping in are individuals who are easily influenced, and that's very important. And we have to change the narrative, because if we're leaders of our community, What role do we play in our generation when we know that this information is being propagated across the airwaves and the people that are listening to it are being easily influenced by it? We have a moral obligation to say, listen, come on, let's do the right thing. That's what leaders do. Leaders do uncomfortable stuff, right? I mean, we can easily get out in the mud and start acting uncivilized like a bunch of savages in pursuit, but that's not going to solve anything. It's not going to get anybody nothing. But we choose to take a different route. We choose to take a more positive educational route to provide individuals the opportunities to come up here and we can build together. That's what we're about. So when I get with my brother Mikey and KK, we're building. We're talking about how can we come up with ideas that can empower ourselves. I'm not trying to tear my brothers down. I'm not doing that. How can we collaborate? How can we put our heads together so that we can generate more revenue and empower our families? You dig what I'm saying? That's what the ultimate objective is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the channel is for. That's what the opportunity is for. To give you guys bits and bits of information that could chip away at some of these destructive and toxic ways that we as a people have inherited and internalized, where we seem more fascinated with tearing each other down than anything. That right there is the most harmful part of this whole thing, that we get a kick out of it. You know, we tune into YouTube every night just to get a kick out of seeing who's being tore down. That right there is crazy.
And we work in, we work in the community.
Crazy.
And we work with ex-felons. We work with everybody in the community. My job as a case manager is to help ex-felons out. When they come to me, I don't say, yo, did you tell on somebody? Did you do this? Did you do that? No, I don't care. Everybody that's an ex-felon, I work for them. When I go to Albany and advocate to push bills to help brothers that's incarcerated, like the Clean Slate bill and other bills that I have spoke to senators and other people for, I don't say, all right, don't let the snitches out. This is for everybody, really. So that's our standpoint. We work in the community and we working for our whole community, bro. Even dudes that did bad in street culture. These are the facts, bro. You know? Yeah. So I'm not saying like I changed my life. I was out there. I was a shooter when I was a kid. I changed my life. I came back to the community. I'm doing the right thing now. Even if, what I was doing before, is there redemption? I asked this to somebody before because they were saying somebody, did some stuff on another interview, and it was some stuff. I think it was an accidental shooting of a kid or something. And I asked him, so you telling me him coming home and doing his time, there's no redemption for him? And that was a question at the end of the show, and I think it was Clearwater Fresh that was on our show that day. He said there is redemption. There has to be redemption for everybody. So these dudes that's doing bad, like a lot of these dudes that I see that did bad, a lot of them go upstate and try to fix it. Bro, I seen people turn around that made lies on stands and come back and get dudes out of prison. I'm not saying they wasn't right for doing what they did, but some of these people is righting their wrongs and helping dudes out. So how do we look at that? How do we look at that in the community? You know what I'm saying? Dudes that's trying to right wrongs that they did. So we got a road. We got a hell of a road, bro, to travel to get to where we need to be, bro. But it's a lot of things as a community in these type of town hall meetings, social media, these lives that we doing. We're gonna have to tackle tough issues, bro. We're gonna have to sit and talk and deal with a lot of stuff, and that's what We Locked In is made for. This is what we made this channel for, where we can have a space to talk about this stuff from a real perspective and an unbiased perspective, bro. Because like I said, when dudes come to my job and they coming home, I don't say, yo, is this dude a rat? Did he tell us somebody? Let me see your paperwork. Let me read that. Nah, I say, well, yo, what you need, bro? All right, I'm here to help you. And I help him like I help everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even look into that. And like I said, I haven't looked into no paperwork for years. Y'all got me doing this research and all this stuff because y'all tying our name into that. And we're not here to be protectors, and we ain't going to be doing this too much. But being that we were tagged in that, and that CK is somebody that, we have dealt with on social media and we up here with, then it was our job to do the due diligence, especially being that Gotti promoted that paperwork sitting on our platform. He promoted that on our platform. Come to my platform if you want to see the the CK paperwork, or he said that on our platform. So we did. We went over there. We went to see it, and it's not real. It is fake. Not fake paperwork. It's actually documents, but it's not the CK, the Corey King that we know from the internet. That's a whole nother individual. So I'm gonna say Gotti tried to do some work, but he didn't work it to the end. He found the Corey King, he found a name, but he didn't find the right one. So when you're doing the work, you gotta do it to the end. You gotta work to the end. You can't stop early and think, all right, I found something. Let me put it out there. Because you got people like us and other people that's gonna refute that. We're gonna come out here, we're gonna find the truth. And it's gonna be refuted. But go ahead, Joe.
I know it's crazy because it was something that was said yesterday too when we were talking just about a lot of the young dudes really like they don't really understand like really how serious things are, bro. And that's one of the issues. I'm seeing on one thing I was in the chat and they were talking about just the time that was done and dudes from behind the wall, and a lot of them didn't really experience that and the understanding of it. But the real understanding is you losing everything and you being in the bottom for real. And just from words and actions, this can happen. You can do that in a second. A second, you can lose everything. I mean, my kids had it happen, what, 7 minutes? 7 minutes got me 25 years of life. You know what I'm saying? So it just understanding those particular things, I mean, that they really have to see, because they'll get on there, put these facades on, act feeling like they got to act a certain way, and you don't. And you don't. This goes into credibility as well, like who you are as a person. Because one minute in this situation, you're acting like this, but then now we somewhere else, you somebody like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? You were from and that's the thing that really has to get looked at, man. And for them to really understand that, like the seriousness of what they do.
Yo, Roski, it's not the same individuals, bro. We got all the paperwork, bro. We looked at the paperwork, bro. It's two different CKs, bro.
All right, so Roski, this is what we're gonna ask you.
Pull up. Why y'all didn't pull up?
And this is what I'm saying, right? And we're making claims, right? So let me just say something about being a man, just being a human being, right? When you make a claim, support it with unequivocal evidence. Unequivocal means that it's undisputable. I have not seen anybody pull up yet and prove unequivocally that what they're saying is the truth. So, I mean, if what you're saying is the case, then no one is saying that whoever that guy Corey L. King is, that's not what happened in his case. We're just simply saying that the information that was provided to us by Gotti is not the individual who is Corey L. King. That's what we're saying. Now, maybe he has something else based only on the information he provided to us. These are not the two individuals. Now, maybe I'm not seeing it right. Maybe me and Mikey are not seeing it right. Maybe KK's not seeing it right. Something is not right. Now, I didn't know. No one said anything about it not being a real person, Corey L. King. We don't have knowledge of who he is. But is it the same person that Gotti is comparing to the Corey King that we know? And the answer is no. And if you guys would like to disprove what we're saying and would like to corroborate that unequivocally, then we welcome you guys to come on and bring the truth as opposed to what, unfortunately for us, appears to be just slander. Listen, y'all tuned in to We Locked In. I'm your host, Moshe Canty. Y'all already know what it is. I'm here with my brothers KK and Mikey B. We're touching on part 2 of which YouTubers have credibility. We spoke about this yesterday. We're speaking about it today. And we want to ask this critical question, man, because are individuals using these opportunities to come up on YouTube to basically promote a culture of slander, of lies, in which their credibility is called into question? Or are individuals up here speaking actual facts? And if so, are we as a people gaining benefit from it? And I think that's another question that needs to be asked. Are we listening to this because it's something we want to just listen to because it's a bunch of ignorance? We just all like to listen to a bunch of nonsense. Or are we wasting our time? We've had discussions on how are you investing in your time. We've had discussions on how can you gain some the one we had earlier on finding freedom in you. So I'm saying, how is it that I'm saying we're putting all this information out there trying to get you guys to see whether or not we can grow as a people, right? But yet we're still focused on slanderous lies. Mikey has the documents up there again. Again, this is a petition for a writ of habeas corpus pursuant to Title 28 of the United States Code, Section 2255. And that says Corey L. King. We have this document, and no one is stating that this document itself, because it is information within its document, within the body of this document, which is stating that an individual, through his proffer agreement with the federal government, definitely cooperated with the government. So again, Bullis Gotti, if you were looking for information about a Corey L. King, and then you have it, right? So there is information on that.
Look right here, and it says background, right? They said King was a member of a narcotics trafficking organization that distributed crack cocaine in Bridgeport, Connecticut on April 8, 1999. Corey King was still in prison.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Mikey. And I didn't even get
narcotics violation. It's a different dude.
I didn't even want to get to that yet. So, Mikey, I was hoping to get that in. I was waiting for them to come on. Yo, I love you though, because I know how. Bro, listen, I was waiting for them to come on because nobody has come up yet, and that part also stuck out. To me, that was the nail in the coffin, right? I'm saying everybody's saying this, right, and that's cool. But there's information in the body of it that nobody is explaining. That doesn't make sense to us who were there. So, Mikey, this is another thing. A lot of these people that's in KK, a lot of these people in 2022, they were not there with us. So they don't know a lot of stuff. So in 1999, all three of us with CK, we were all up north. All of us, right? None of these individuals were up north. None of them were up north with us. Unless in 1999.
Oh, I'm about to get blessed with some fit, dude.
Oh yeah, that means that's a good news.
Hold on. You just see this. See that right there. Look at that right there.
Wait, that's a nice play.
Word.
Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on, give me a second.
He came up in 03. You see it right there.
What you said, bro?
You see, he was in jail. That's his bid right there. How could he be in Connecticut at the same time?
Roski, can I ask you a question, bro? I know you're listening because you just put something in the chat. How is it that they're saying that in 1999, this occurred in Connecticut? There was a drug trafficking or whatever. I mean, there was drug racketeering, drugs being sold in Connecticut. But Corey King was in Southport in the box in 1999. He was not selling crack unless he was doing it from Southport.
And that would have been in the case. They would say that in the case.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, like, for us who was in prison. I did 22 years. Mikey did over 25. KK did over 25. So I'm just trying to figure out that maybe the time that we did when we were incarcerated didn't matter. Like maybe I was just dead for 20 years, right? But I really remember all of us being up north together. Now, yeah, we were in different spots, but we were all a part of the same crew, clique, and our names kind of like we were younger then.
And at that time, when he exposed OG Mac, he got cut around 9-8.
He was in the box.
He got cut at Southport.
When Benji cut him, he was in the box. So all this was happening in the box. So was he? Did he go home and then sell drugs and then went to the feds and came back? Like
he got work release.
I'm trying to figure out, like, at what point did all this happen at? Like, right? But again, you know what? That ain't even none of my business. But I just want the people out there to kind of see these discrepancies, so they begin to ask questions in their mind, like, what's really going on? Yeah. So I mean, listen, Mike. I got to do all this other stuff, bro. Listen.
Yo, we was waiting. Yo, what happened to Bullis Gotti? What happened to him?
I don't know, man.
Yo, what happened to him, Roski?
Man, come on.
That's horrible though, bro.
Wavy the Herc said it was CK Law Guns, East Scar. Come on, come on. He named it. Oh my God, I just smoked a lot. Come on, though. These are my brothers, man. Yo, man, listen. Yo, Wavy. Listen, bro. My thing is that individuals can say whatever it is that they want to say, but we got to be more sharp in terms of like specifically being clear. Our message needs to always be clear, and this adds to credibility. Our credibility must never be called into question. When we speak as the men that we are, what we say should matter. It should not be anything ambiguous or vague coming out of our mouths. When we speak, it should. An elder once told me, and many of my elders once told me this, Moshe, learn how to measure your words. A man should always measure his words, meaning he should always understand the magnitude and the value of what comes out of his mouth. Because once it comes out, it can never be taken back. Yo, I mean, I want to leave the listeners with some final thoughts, because obviously we're not getting the individual.
Chat, man, I wanted to pull up and say something.
No,
yeah, that's not happening, man. So
these guys that's on these channels, man, you said it though, man. Knowing the power of your words, man. Know that, man, on these channels, because the way time, like the times now is scary, and honestly, a lot of them be playing with their lives, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, don't get me wrong. When you playing with certain people,
it's
like you said the other day. When you say, let me tell you something. You got dudes that really love certain people, bro. And you say the wrong thing about the wrong people around the wrong people, and you could be messed up, bro. A real or fake. It could be a lie, it could be real. They don't even care. So, you got to watch your words, man. You got to, you're right about that, Kiki. You really got to watch your words, because I've seen stuff like that happen. I seen it, you talking about the wrong dude in the wrong area, and, it could be really dark for you. It could be really bad. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see more credibility. I like the stories. I like to follow dudes. I like to look at YouTube. I come in, I look at lives. I look at dudes' shows. I see what people got to say. But that lying stuff, come on, we can't be lying on people up here. Come on. We can't do it like that.
Well, and I like what Renee was just saying, though, like, just our power. We really, really, like, unity is our power, and we really got to come together. We really do that. We really do. There's so many forces against us right now. We cannot be added to it with this nonsense. And not realizing how and this becomes a thing where this one platform, and you're talking to one individual talking about somebody in the borough, but people are watching this everywhere, all over the place, everywhere. In the borough, from Hawaii, so this is
sharing this stuff.
It's just like you're speaking, and people who may want to tap into certain cultures and see what's happening and going on, you actually promoting not just a false image, but something that's wrong and destructive.
Yeah, I agree, KK, Mikey. I agree, man. We need to really, but I think tonight, man, was a great night, man, because we helped provide some quality information for individuals out there to do their own, investigations. And we know that one, Corey King and Corey L. King are two different individuals. Two, we know that one Corey King is 48, the other one is 52.
45.
3, we know that, 45. Thank you for keep correcting me. I apologize. 3, we know that those individuals have both Corey L. King and Corey King have 2 separate numbers.
And it's like 8 Corey Kings in a
crazy. I was thinking whoever the other brother is, right? Whoever he is. Who knows what the hell he going through right now?
And 4, we know that according to the body.
Yo, we're gonna wait for Moshe. He froze up, man. But this is a
I
great one, yo. Give everybody the opportunity.
He was about to say though. Remember, you was about to say according to the body of the paperwork, the time period and everything that coincide with it is not even accurate, because we all was in prison at that time together. All was in prison at that time together.
That's right. He was in jail. Like, it's a whole different dude.
So,
man, it's different, man. Yeah, it was like 8 Corey Kings. You're right. It was like 8 of them. But the crazy thing is, it was only one Lamont. It was only one L. Out of all them Corey Kings, it was only one L Corey King.
Yeah, young people need to be careful about what they spread. But go ahead, bro. I had said I know you was about to go into the body of the paperwork when it was talking about the years.
Go ahead,
He was in.
No, I'm saying point 4. Thank you, KK. Point 4 is that in the body of the document that Bullets Gotti provided himself, the document actually exonerates Corey King. The reason why is because it says in 1999, in the state of Connecticut, this Corey L. King was accused of selling crack and drugs in Connecticut. Now, I don't know where Bullets Gotti was at in 1999, but I know myself. I know Mikey B. I know KK. I know Corey King. We were all up north. So if Corey King was able to leave his cell, sneak the Connecticut, sell drugs, get locked up on a federal indictment.
In fact, didn't he just leave?
Go to the feds.
To the box from that happened in Wendy.
Yo, bro, we got what?
He left from Wendy and went to the box.
Who?
Corey.
Nah, I think he went to. It was from. If I'm not mistaken, it was from Sing Sing, right?
Yeah, it was.
I think he went to Elmira after he left. Though after he left Southpaw, I think he went to Elmira though.
Yeah, he did go to Elmira after that.
Well, who's this? Chuck Hampton. Who's that, Mike?
Oh, that's come on. That's Gotti, man. Why you got all these different names for, bro?
Nah, I ain't Bullets Gotti, bro.
Nah, that's. I seen his name in the chat yesterday.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good? Salute to Pin. Salute to the brothers, man. I'm good, bro. I just had a question, you know, because me personally, I don't feel like exposing rats will stop prevention for kids, you know, joining gangs or, you know, indulging in the streets, because niggas been ratting from the beginning of time and crime still been going on. Dudes still been doing what they doing. So I just don't understand like the agenda of some of these people who does that. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's teaching moments and everything. You know, we can learn a lesson in anything, but I just want to know, like, I want to know you guys' responses. Like, do y'all feel like that can cause any real prevention for the youth or just in general?
I mean, we don't do it. We don't subscribe to it.
I know. I'm not tuned into y'all, so I know that.
I don't think. I mean, I think it's teachable moments in certain cases, because a lot of dudes be fronting like everybody's solid, and that whole stuff is dudes pointing the thing. Let me tell you something that we wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about. The destruction of street life and gang culture and drug hustling. Yo, like the Tip Top story, right? Him and Chino, that was his man. They grew up together, you heard? They were loved in their community. And now, I mean, I think Tip Top is still loved. From what I see, still got a lot of love in his community, whatever's going on with him. But their situation with all their friends in Panama and all the research that Harlem Legend had to do, it destroyed their family, it destroyed their friendship. The streets are destroying shit, you heard? Yeah. And you got to remember, that whole drug game, the whole culture is from the West Coast, which was infiltrated by who? Right. Where did the drugs come that came into our communities? Where did those guns come from? They were placed there to destroy us. They were placed there to destroy us. They wasn't placed there to help us. They was placed there to keep us down, bro. So that's the only thing, you know, certain stories you want to show. I wouldn't repeatedly try to do that, because that's not something that we do here. But a big story on somebody legendary is something that we have to show to the youth, because they subscribe to these gangsters and these dudes. Everybody's not real. Dudes is not staying solid with that stuff. So these kids need to see that early. The earlier we can show them that, then the better off it'll be in their lives, that they can use it and like, yo, I ain't even getting down with that. These dudes, you know, I got a lot of people that come out of prison don't got all their friends. I got a lot of my own friends. The streets ain't really destroy us. We didn't allow the street life to destroy us and our friendship and our community the way it did to a lot of other people, a lot of other dudes. But it did too, because, you know, I used to go from Linden and Farmers, and I'd be all up and down my hood, but half of my hood I had beef with before I came to prison. I would go down there, but when I went down there, it was going to be gunfire. These are the facts. But at one time, I used to go down there and play ball down there. I'd be over here playing ball, or I'm running around drinking and partying with them. It was all good. But when we got into the streets and got divided, then we couldn't do that. Or if we did do that, you know, when you go down there, when you see dudes, you already know what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a really destruction of our community either way, you know what I mean? And that's what we're fighting against, the destruction of our community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Even this YouTube community, young dudes from Brooklyn and Queens and from around the way, upstate or whatever, dudes from the West Coast, we try to use this to empower each other, you know, to link up and network and get money and do big things together, you heard? To add on to one each other. Not to be pulling each other down at every chance we get, we demolishing each other, we beating each other down, and you know.
And that's one of the main points of this though. We actually want to show, like, not getting into the thing where you're trying to just browbeat, or, you know what I'm saying, beat somebody down and put them under the dirt, or even just not being real. You actually do want to promote that, just being real with yourself and other individuals. And a lot of times, just a lot of young dudes, they look to people and follow behind people, but these individuals is not real. So we're going to promote anything. We're actually going to promote that, because now we know with anything, if you're real with yourself, you know that, all right, if this is not conducive to me and my family, right? If this is not going to be productive, then I know I got to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? I know if this is harmful for me, or if this is destructive, I got to stay away from it. You know what I mean? So long as we can keep doing that and give them keep showing people truth over falsehood, then hopefully a lot of the young dudes actually see it. Like you said, it ain't really, oh yeah, people do snitch every time. It ain't really that. You ain't told. All right, so what? Some people don't even care. All right,
yeah.
Some people don't even care about that. They'll still embrace an individual and all that, knowing that he did that. But now it's promoting good characteristics and good qualities. You know what I'm saying? So now you be able to decide for yourself how you're gonna go about handling a situation with someone in your community or one of your friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not basing it just off of, yo, this dude told me this, and then you ruin something, or probably put yourself in a situation that, come to find out, damn, shit wasn't even true. I don't know why I even did that. I mean, a lot of times this happens when we're young. All of us went to prison when we was young, when we were teenagers, wilding, going 19, 20, other individuals, always when you're young at that particular sense. So if you have these options placed in front of you, or the individuals that you may look towards and have some respect for telling you something, it's kind of, it hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because I know me, like when I was young, if I would have got certain information from individuals that I looked at, like, yo, son is ill, or that I have respect for, I probably would have, matter of fact, I know I would have did something different.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I know I would have.
Hey, yo, I apologize, man. I got some schoolwork I got to turn in tonight, man. It's a bunch of stuff I got to do, man. I still got some work for tomorrow. Man, listen, man. Yo, I know y'all can keep this thing going, man, but I gotta pull out, man.
All right. They say drop the link that he's gonna pull up. We're gonna hold it down, Moshe. I know you gotta work.
Yeah, bro.
Try to tap back in or listen when you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he said he's gonna tap in now. We're gonna give him a little while to see if he's gonna tap in.
Yo, I hope so, man. OG Sonny Black, old man, Sincere Jones, man, Young News, Ski Randolph, everybody that's tuned in, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Chuck Hampton, nice meeting you, brother,
hold on, Moshe. I want to say something because my I tune into y'all and I was telling my pops about y'all. Yes, he did 32 years up north, and he said he knew you. His name Joe Love.
Yeah, I know
Joseph Love. Yeah, he told me to send me a love.
Yeah, man. Tell him I send my regards. How was he doing?
He just got released in September, so he's home now.
Man. That's beautiful, man. Tell him I send my love, man. Has he been tuning in?
I'm not sure because I'm in Georgia. He's in New York, but I put him on. I send him you guys pages and everything. So,
yo, man, Randolph Morant, shout it out to you, man. Thank you, Chuck, man. Send your father my love, man. Tell him to stay strong, man. Glad to have him out here with us again, man.
Yo, ready. Salute y'all. Mikey B, man. I need to come on one of the music joints you be